Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Tika on Lockdown Season 2. And I'm joined, as always, by my three very special co-hosts. And firstly, we've got Shavik Mansingh.
Hi, how's it?
Then we've got the main man, Travola Naika.
What kind?
And we're waiting on our other guest, who always seems to be late these days, Duran Das.
Hey, Duran, you're late.
Oh yeah, I was just drinking water.
Welcome.
Oh, okay.
So, Travolan, I heard we got a special guest today.
We do have a very special guest, as you can tell by the thumbnail and title. But on this beautiful episode 3 of Tika on Lockdown Season 2, we have none other than the winner of Survivor SA Island of Secrets, Rob Bentele.
Rob, I've been watching Survivor for a long time, and he was one of the most impressive players I've ever seen. So really excited for this.
Facts. And I think he's on his way here now. Thank you guys for listening, and we appreciate you guys. All the attention we've been getting recently.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
And there he is. Hello, Rob.
How's it, brother? How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Excellent. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. I've got earphones on, so if you just wanted to check with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Welcome. Thank you for joining Tika on Lockdown. Well, we're not on lockdown anymore, but this is our podcast
We should
name.
be.
So, yeah, we should be, but we're not. So, yeah.
Doesn't feel like it. Definitely not.
Yeah, and how's it been for you?
So far so good, eh? Obviously the beginning was a bit tough. Level 5 was no joke, but I was lucky enough to be with family during that time, so yeah, it wasn't so bad.
That was one positive that came out of it.
Correct.
How was your Sunday? I saw your Instagram stories. You look like you were having fun.
Oh yes, we just did a bike run to Hearties with a couple of mates. It was a really nice day.
I
haven't
saw
ridden
all
before.
those sports cars. All those sports cars
Yeah,
were just beautiful.
So you can imagine being in a 1300cc racing with the Lambos and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
I wish I could have been there to take some pictures at least. Those cars were beautiful.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought I'd get back into the habit of it. They do it almost every Sunday, so yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So what are your, like, outside of your outdoor adventures and everything, and that looks so fun, by the way, but like, what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I definitely like the outdoors a lot. It's been like that most of my life. It helped a lot with preparation for Survivor, so hiking, camping, any outdoor sports, climbing stuff, jumping off bridges, cliffs, abseiling. I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Anything that's a challenge, I'm up for it. Yeah, so outdoor
that's the
stuff
life
is
I want to
definitely
live.
the way. Yeah, anyone can do it, dude. You can do it yourself as well. Nothing stopping you.
One day.
I would love to see my friends climbing a mountain. That would be the best thing ever.
What are you?
Nah, our friends play too much. They'll start shaking rocks and everything, and then
What do you guys do? You guys gamers?
We're in Matric.
Matric, okay, still in school, right? No worries.
Yeah, but we're not really in school anymore. It's been on and off. We don't know what's going on, so we're just going with the flow right now.
it's like a toxic relationship right now. I don't know.
So what is actually the school situation? Are you guys learning online, or how's it working?
It's like a bit of both.
It's both.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
managing. You cope.
We tell our parents we are, but sometimes it's a bit iffy for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our parents are going to listen to this and they're going to hear this, and now you see.
So I just got you guys busted. Oh crap.
Goodness gracious me.
Mom and Dad, this was just for the podcast. I really am doing well.
Yeah, it was just
Same.
Okay, so
great stuff.
we all know that you're on Survivor Island of Secrets. I'm sure you've been asked this the most, but what was the one thing, what was the biggest thing you've learned from that experience?
It is a different level of gratitude. I've always tried to be grateful for things in my life, but it's never really been taken away from me properly. So you don't understand the gratitude you have for food, for warmth, for shelter, for even companionship, your friends and family, the love you get from them. You don't realize how much you need it until it's absolutely taken away from you. I was so hungry at some points that I understood why people turn to crime when they're hungry. I mean,
Yeah.
how bad it is. But I learned gratitude. I learned gratitude for the simple, small things in life. Definitely.
I saw that in your Instagram post, you said that you lost a lot of weight. And how was that experience, losing so much weight in such a short span of time?
You actually see the weight coming off of you. I promise you, within, I think, 3 days of us in the game, I really hadn't eaten anything at that point. And I actually saw the difference in my body very quickly. You feel it physically with your energy, but you can actually see the weight coming off of you. It just literally just drops off. You don't know where it goes. And at first, it's not so bad because the fat burns quicker than the muscle. So you eventually get nice and ripped, and you're feeling very fresh about yourself. You're like, yeah, this is solid. Freaking ate that. But then eventually the muscle follows as well, and then you just start looking horrible, man. You actually get very self-conscious of your body. But you just have to push through. That's it. And it's very tough when you come back because a lot of questions people ask you, what on earth happened to you? They literally saw you 2 months ago, and you were strong, fit, healthy, 94 kgs. Suddenly 78 kgs. I mean, I was in a small town, that's where I'm from, and people thought I was sick. They literally thought I was dying, man. So
little did
really something else.
You come back a millionaire.
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell anyone, unfortunately. But I mean, eventually they found out. I think within 2 months of us returning, Survivor started airing. So yeah.
So would you ever do something like that again?
In a heartbeat, In a heartbeat. I would really like to play the Americans or the Australians, or even both.
Oh, that would. My money would be on you.
Yeah, that would be my best, to go into an environment where people don't know me. So if I was to play the Americans, then I would stand a good chance because they don't know my game. So they won't really see it coming. But in South Africa, it would be a bit tough. I would play the same strategy again, just being loyal to everyone, forming a family bond, and taking the people that I trust to the end with me. But I think people would be very scared this time around. I mean, yeah, they would probably just want to get rid of me very quickly. So I'm not sure if I'd play South Africa. I'm not sure if I'd play South Africa again, but definitely internationally I would play.
Yeah, I'd really like to see you play again because your game was top notch. It was one of the best I've ever seen.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. No, you know what really is tough and what I would never even think of trying is Naked and Afraid. Believe me when I tell you that is it's a limit to even what I would do, and I wouldn't even consider going on a show like that. That's on another level.
Yeah. Okay, I was wondering, for Survivor, did you audition for it and then they just accepted, or was it a long process?
A very long process. A lot goes into it. They obviously open the auditions to the public. They'll advertise on TV or their website, social media, to say that entries are open, and you go to the website, you fill in. The first document is not too long, and then they obviously send you an email to say you've made it to the next level. We need some more information. You send that through. And then eventually they do psychometric evaluations, and just to kind of understand who they're dealing with. They really need to know how your mind works, because that's a mind game more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And that process follows through for about 3 months. Eventually they obviously have to do a physical evaluation to make sure that physically you're strong enough to sustain that environment, and that you haven't got any underlying health issues that could hurt yourself or hurt anyone else in the game, because this is a physical game. So they do a lot of tests. It's about a 3+ month process when I did it.
Sure.
So what motivated you to do the show?
Survivor kind of came to me. I think I attracted it. I had a bit of downs in my life before that, and I'd learned a lot about the meditation side of things. I had met with someone that really opened my mind to what is possible. And when I came back from that trip, I kind of knew that everything would be fine, and I knew what I wanted in life. but I didn't know how I was going to get it. But I had faith. You know, in all religions they teach that faith is the way. If you just have blind faith and you literally just trust in the higher power, no matter what you call it or who you call it, if you just trust in the higher power, these things come to you. And that's what it was. When I saw the ad for Survivor, like I got goosebumps throughout my entire body, and I just knew that, so that is how you're going to do it. That is how you'll bring me everything I wanted in one go.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like when they see the ads, they think about doing it, but not many people like follow through, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, very, very true. Very true.
So when you first went on the show, did you expect life to change as much as it has? Because it's been about a year now, I think.
I did know obviously a lot would happen, you know, also depended on how far you go, but I kind of knew when I went into the game that I was going to win this thing. But I never knew to what magnitude Survivor would be. I knew it would be something, but I didn't know how big it was actually going to be. You know, when the whole Billboard campaign was announced and we found out that we're going to be on billboards across the country, that's kind of when it started sinking that, okay, wait, this thing is going to be quite the show. I expected that magnitude, not to this magnitude.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of attention from the ladies. I've seen it in my own household.
No, it's
mine as well. My mom, my mom would always because we used to watch it like weekly, like religiously, and she'd like compliment your eyes or like your body or something, and then you should have seen the look that my dad gave her.
Oh no!
He got so jealous. So, she actually wanted me to ask you, how did you feel about the female response that you received after the show?
Yeah, it was a bit overwhelming, but I'm always grateful. Just the support, the love, I really do appreciate it, and I think I was kind of ready for it. Mnet obviously provides us with counseling, and they kind of prep us for what's to come. And I think the most important thing is to stay grounded, man. Stay grounded. It's very easy to lose your focus if you just let yourself be distracted by everything, especially women. That is an easy distraction for us. And you kind of stay focused.
Yeah, well, my aunt was like, I should get her your number, and I was like, no, he has a girlfriend. And I was like, okay.
No, it's been tricky dating since Survivor. It obviously changes your love life very differently. You kind of have to be very careful. Yeah, let's put it that way. Very careful now.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so I put a poll on my Instagram asking what questions people want to ask. And this question was so random, so I'm going to ask it. Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo. Good one.
Okay.
I like you even more now.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, so does anyone else have any other questions that they want to ask?
I think Shavik did, but I'm not sure.
Shavik has been a ghost. Shavik, did you even say hello?
On and off.
Yeah, I said hello. Hi.
Okay.
So I was wondering, you seem like a really motivated and inspirational person. Is there anything you follow that motivates you so much to do what you do?
That's a good question, bro. I really do try my best. Believe me when I tell you, it's not easy to always be happy, always be motivated. I mean, we all go through those times in our life where we kind of hit a slump, but the key is to see when it happens, see that you're not in a good state, and try and do things that raise your vibration. Raising your vibration, for me especially, is training, gym. When I train, I exert energy. I'm sort of working on something, body goals and things like that, and that motivates you. When you see progress, you actually just feel good. I just came from gym now. I haven't even gotten out of my gym clothes, but that is a big thing. That took a huge toll on me during lockdown because I really couldn't train properly. And psychologically, I was starting to hit one of those slumps, But the key is just to get down and fight it. Just get focused again. Do things that make you excited, do things that make you happy. Watch your diet. It's stupid things that bring you down. It really is. It's when you don't work enough. You kind of, if you're not productive, it actually the end of the day, you don't really feel so good about yourself because you know that you're letting yourself down. And I don't like to go to sleep like that. I don't like going to sleep knowing that I didn't do as much as I could have done today. So I'm just always trying to hustle, just keep moving. That's the key. Keep moving. And take the time, obviously, especially in the mornings and the evenings, to get your mind into the right state. And like I always tell people, stop watching horror movies, stop watching the news and all these things that will put your mind into a negative state before you sleep, because you're actually marinating your mind before you sleep for like the last half hour or so. And if you put your mind in a good state, you can listen to certain affirmations or meditation music or anything that can just calm you. Get your mind into the right state so that marinates throughout the night, and you actually have a better night's sleep, and you'll find you wake up the next morning in a much better mental state.
I like your mindset.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah, watching horror movies before you sleep is like an extreme sport sometimes. But one last question that I wanted to ask. So throughout your journey through Survivor, who do you think were the people that led you to the end?
It was definitely a combination of quite a few people. Good relationships that I formed early in the game. Obviously, the most obvious one was the Saula family. That's your CPay, Steffi, Nicole, and Nate. That was the actual foundation of everything that I achieved there, and everything was done. It wasn't just me. It was them. It was the way we trust each other. And then that sort of the thing I liked the most about Saula is that we didn't rely on each other. We went out on our own and we started forming our own relationships, and we brought them back home with us. So it became a very beautiful, where each one of us were hustling on our own. We were creating our own relationships that could help the collective. We bring that back, and it becomes a much bigger web than any single person can actually spawn. But I mean, your characters like Doral. I mean, that man, I love him. He is genuinely the most rogue you'll ever meet. He cannot do no wrong. He's a really good guy. He obviously came through for me. Guys like Mike also. I had a really good relationship with Mike, and that's the relationships that carried me through. And even relationships with like Letitia. And funny enough, you didn't really see it much on air, but Letitia and I were very close as well. So yeah, the key individuals I would say that really helped my journey.
So I feel like you were a role model back then for us, and even more of a role model now. So it means so much for us to have you on this podcast, and thank you for joining us. I know you're a busy man, bro. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a good rest of whatever this time period is. And this will be available on YouTube and Spotify, so subscribe, like, and thank you for listening, everyone. And
excellent. Thanks for having me, Anwar. Much appreciated.
No
problem.
Take care, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.